Today I want to talk about games like Metal Gear Solid, but we're not only looking at the first game. The series as a whole has shifted quite a bit, and especially at the end in Metal Gear Solid 5, so there should be a little something for everyone here, from close range and intimate maps to much more open and sprawling games. But let's start at the beginning with a game that is very much like the original Metal Gear Solid. Splinter Cell has a lot in common with Metal Gear Solid, and the game that a lot of people say is the peak in that series is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. This game added a lot to the series, was a bit more fun to explore, added optional objectives, and gave you a score based on staying in stealth, which makes it feel a bit more like Metal Gear Solid than some of the other games in the series. The first three games are held in pretty high regard, with some saying that they still hold up pretty well. But I would say at least give Chaos Theory a shot because it has a lot there for fans of Metal Gear. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory is available on Steam and through backwards compatibility on Xbox Series X and S. Otherwise, you'll have to go back to PS3 or even 3DS to play it. If what you're looking for in a game like Metal Gear Solid is stealth gameplay, then you should check out Hitman World of Assassination. This set of 3 games melded into one is some of the best stealth that you'll find in games. They give you a bunch of playgrounds to play in with various objectives, usually taking out one or multiple people, and then you have to find a way to get out. You can set up an elaborate plan to drop a chandelier on them at a proper highbrow party, or you can throw a sausage at them to knock them off a cliff. It's really up to you. That's what makes Hitman so much fun. They've also added the Freelancer mode, which adds a touch of roguelike action to the mix, so if you lose, you might lose everything you've worked to build. You can play Hitman World of Assassination on all modern consoles, on PC, and even on iOS apparently. This one's for fans of Metal Gear Solid 5. We have Sniper Elite 5. Sniper Elite is a long-running series best known for X-ray sniper shots where you can burst someone's testicle, but it does a lot of very similar things to Metal Gear Solid 5. It has more open maps, though they aren't completely open world, it still has the same feel. You take your time, scope a place out, and mark your targets. The difference here is that it's placed in a more grounded story based on shooting Nazis, so if you think that's what Metal Gear Solid was missing, this game is for you. It really is a lot of fun, and Sniper Elite 4 also shares a similar style of gameplay, so you can really choose between either one. You can play Sniper Elite 5 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and again, iOS. If you ever thought that you'd rather Metal Gear Solid swapped stealth and action, with the action taking center stage with a side of stealth, then look no further than Syphon Filter. Syphon Filter was Metal Gear Solid's competition back in the day, and though it may not have reached the same status, there's some good quality games. I would recommend Syphon Filter Logan's Shadow, since it holds up a little better than the previous games. It actually has similar beats to it in the way that you play. The espionage themes, the tight corridors of the original Metal Gear Solid, but in this one a lot of the time you go in blasting. Perfect for those who enjoyed Metal Gear Solid but wish it was a bit more shoot first, ask questions later. You can play Syphon Filter Logan Shadow on the PSP or the PS2. Now we can get into some of the games that have similarities but also play a little bit differently, starting with Alpha Protocol. On a surface level, Alpha Protocol shares a lot with Metal Gear Solid, third-person espionage with stealth mechanics and a lot of gadgets to play with. But Alpha Protocol leans much more into the RPG genre, adding a robust skill system that affects the way that you play, and you can also level up. You can go full stealth, but you can also become a martial arts champion and punch everyone in the face. It also has a lot of choices that you can make with a very replayable story, and you spend time just talking to various characters, either creating new friends or enemies. And the way that you talk has serious implications for what happens to you along the way. I would definitely recommend people give Alpha Protocol a shot if you enjoy Metal Gear Solid. It's a bit different, but still has a lot of the core gameplay that you love, depending on how you choose to play. Alpha Protocol is available on PC through GOG and Steam. And so as we come to the end, we have to go back to where we started in a way, with Kojima himself and his newest creation, Death Stranding. There's a lot that is different about Death Stranding, but the feeling of Metal Gear is still there. There are moments in the game that definitely feel like they could be from Metal Gear Solid 5, and he leans even more into that in Death Stranding 2. It's sort of like if you took all the weird moments like flaming whales and nanomachines and put them into a game, and then made it a package delivery simulator with gunfights and some stealth. Possibly the most Kojima thing ever, but if you love Metal Gear Solid, I would definitely say you should at least give it a shot. So, that's it. 6 games that are like Metal Gear Solid, with a pretty good variety between them. If there are any other games you think fit here, make sure to put them in the comments. I do videos like this and videos on RPGs of all kinds, so if you like that, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.